Buckle up. This is the episode you have been waiting for. I'm going to give you all of the NFL teams that require a running back in the NFL draft and which rookie running back they could potentially draft. So I'm going to give you guys 5 top rookie running back prospects for the 2025 draft and their potential landing spots. Major episode here. If you love fantasy football, if you love the NFL, if you love NFL news, and if you love talking anything related to American football, hit the thumbs up, smash it, tap it, turn on the bell, and drop a comment below. Which rookie running back are you most excited about? Love to get your feedback, okay? So we're going to start the episode off. Which NFL teams require a running back? Got the list here that are in desperate need of a running back. Got the list, and then I'm going to give you guys 5 running backs. So again, hit the thumbs up and grab 16-round draft session. You can pre-order it right now. Use code DRAFT to save. If you don't know what 16 rounds is, it's literally the championship on a silver platter. No consensus rankings, no BS. Straight to the point, full cheat sheet. You're going to be able to print out with all the optimal players drafted each round. I updated it till the season starts. Literally all the optimal players drafted each round. Sleepers, breakouts, late round steals. Grab 16 rounds. Use code DRAFT to save 20%. Secure it right now. And upon checkout, make sure you guys do grab the Fantasy Vault, which gives you all the websites I use to get all my secrets to smash fantasy football. So I'm giving you guys all my secrets, and I'm giving you guys the championship on a silver platter. Link below. All right. So let's go through this here. The NFL draft is literally days away. The running back position is definitely the most important position in fantasy football. It's definitely the most scarce position in fantasy football. It's the position that you need to secure immediately in the early rounds. I found so much success by doing this when we're talking draft strategy here for fantasy. It's always about those running backs earlier on. Last year, I was able to secure Saquon end of round 1 and secure Henry right after that. I went Josh Allen in the 3rd round, and then I was able to get wide receivers later, guys like Ladd McConkey and Brian Thomas Jr., who are now coming off in earlier rounds. So I cannot tell you how important it is to secure the running back early, okay? Let's start it off here. The teams that need running backs immediately and where they're drafting from. So the Browns are drafting second. They need a running back desperately. They're probably going to be going quarterback here, but I'm telling you right now, they are seriously desperate for a running back. They've got, Jerome Ford? No, they need a running back at some point. Now, some of the running backs I'm going to mention in this video, the 5 that I'm going to mention, could definitely fall to the 2nd round, a bunch of them 3rd round, and they're able to secure it because there's a lot of depth at the position this year, but it would be nice to get that Jeanty pick. I think the Browns are going to miss out on it, okay? Other teams that need running backs where they're drafting from are the Bears. They're drafting from the 10th position. I was just reading an article right now that they would love to have Jeanty with Ben Johnson at the helm there running this offense. So it's going to be really interesting to see if Jeanty, he won't make it to 10, but it'd be interesting if the Bears move up to get him. All they have is crappy Swift. He's not going to be the guy that's going to get it done for them. So the Bears at 10, it just might be a little bit late to get Jeanty. And I'm going to tell you guys at the end of this video where I think Jeanty is going to fall. Cowboys at 12, they need a running back desperately. They've got Sanders and they've got Williams, not the long-term solution. They kind of padded that running back position so that if they miss out on Jeanty at the 12th position, if he doesn't fall 12, which I don't think he will, that essentially that they could have some sort of RB depth, but their RB depth sucks and they need a running back, okay? They're drafting 12th. Broncos, I just heard today, want to move up. They definitely want to move up, and I'm thinking they want to do that for Jeanty because they have no running back. They got Audric Estime, not going to cut it. The Raiders are picking at 6. They got nobody. The Steelers are picking at 21. They've got nobody. Jalen Warren's not going to do it. Other teams that could use a running back but don't necessarily need one as desperately, the Bengals, the Browns. Oh, Browns desperately need one. I already mentioned that, sorry. And the Chiefs, I think they always like to add RB depth. So the main ones are the Browns, Bears, Cowboys, Broncos, Raiders, Steelers. And again, the Bengals, I'm not sure if they have the solution there with Chase and then the Chiefs, okay? So those are the teams that need it and where they're drafting from. So let's talk about the top 5 running backs going to the draft. Now, this is subjective. There is other running backs that could slide into this list. These are just the 5 that jumped out at me that could be really special in the NFL. We'll start off with number 1 here, and that is Omarion Hampton. Now, he is definitely set to be a 3-down back. We're talking 4.46 speed, so let's round up 4.5 speed. I'm going to tell you his landing spot in a second, but 6 foot 221, 281 attempts last year, 1,600 plus yards, 15 touchdowns. He's a great 3-down back. Like I said, he's a good balance of size and speed. Out of North Carolina, Omarion Hampton, I like it. Go watch some tape on him. Now, I think a potential landing spot for him, again, it depends. Like I just read, I'm just mixing my pre-workout drink because I'm going to work out after having a sip here. When you get a little bit older, you want a little bit of a kick when you're working out. So a little bit of a pre-workout before helps. So Omarion Hampton, again, I heard that Denver is going to move up. But I can definitely see, him being linked to Denver at the 20th pick if Denver doesn't move up to try to get, maybe a Jeanty or something like that. But Omarion Hampton, late first round talent, man. He could fall to second. We know teams like to fade running backs and wait. We got top prospects last year. Guys like, Benson fell to the third round, So this year, I think some of these teams are really desperate for running back. They may pull on these guys a little bit earlier in the earlier rounds and pull the trigger on them, but it's going to be interesting to see where they land. But Omarion Hampton, maybe Denver. Next guy is TreVeyon Henderson. I was reading articles on this guy that this guy might be coming off in the first round. Now, this player, Henderson, is this is probably one of the fastest running backs I'm seeing based on the times. 4.43 speed. So we're talking 4.4 speed, 5'10", 200, just over 200 pounds. He didn't get the volume as some of the other guys that I'm going to mention. So you're getting a little bit of an increase in speed, but you're not getting the same amount of 3-down potential capability. So maybe this guy ends up in a bit of a committee, and I'll give you his potential landing spot here. And he could end up anywhere, but he's out of Ohio. TreVeyon Henderson, versatile runner, great vision, great hands. What I'm hearing is maybe the Cowboys and maybe the Chiefs as part of a committee. Maybe even the Ravens. Now, again, the fact that I heard, I keep talking about this, is that the Ravens were talking to Jeanty. They're picking 27th, the Ravens are. I should have mentioned them as well as a potential need for a running back because Henry's getting older. But the fact that they were flirting with Jeanty makes me think that they're going to grab a running back here to add depth and maybe build on the future of Derrick Henry after Derrick Henry retires. But Henderson, man, I mean, like I said, Cowboys, Chiefs could be a landing spot. Chiefs picking 31, Cowboys picking 12th. Keep an eye on that, especially with the rumor of him coming off in the first round, okay? Number 3 here is Caleb Johnson. Again, no particular order here, okay? I am saving the best for last. I am saving Jeanty, and I'll tell you where I think he's going to land. But number 3 is Caleb Johnson. We're talking 4. He's a little bit slower than the other guys, 4.6 type speed, right? The thing is, he had that workhorse capability, 240 attempts, 1,500 plus yards last year. He's got 21 touchdowns. He can catch the ball. He does have reliable hands, really good plant and go. So he cuts, good cutting speed. He'll land and just cut to a certain direction. Violent on contact, able to break tackles. And again, that workhorse capability out of Caleb Johnson out of Iowa. So someone to keep an eye on. He's a little bit heavier, 6'1", 220 pounds, but landing spot for him, again, it depends on where he lands. He could be a second round, third round pick. That's the thing. But if guys that are desperate, guys like the Steelers at the 21 position or Chiefs who want to add to the committee are all viable options as well for Caleb Johnson. Great talent, okay? Number 4 here, this guy jumped out at me, is Dylan Sampson, okay? Now, out of Tennessee, a couple landing spots for him, but this guy is 5'8", around 200 pounds, workhorse capable, 258 attempts last year, 22 touchdowns, 4.42 speed. That is good. Quick burst out of this guy. Steelers, again, Ravens could be also good options for him. I think the Steelers definitely need to grab a running back in that first round. Warren is just not going to cut it, and you want to be able to grab these guys before they start coming off aggressively in the second round. You don't want to miss out. The Steelers have to pull the trigger on a running back, I think, in the first round. So it's going to be interesting. I think Dylan Sampson could be a good fit. Again, let me know what you guys think, right? It's so hard to gauge, and I don't really study these running backs as heavily until after the draft. I see where they land, because then I look at what their draft capital was by the team. Did the team invest high draft capital? And then where they fall in the depth chart. Are they going to be in a committee? And then I'm able to kind of figure out where they're going to be for fantasy football, where I'm going to draft them. So Dylan Sampson could be a very interesting prospect for this year, okay? And the last one here is Ashton Jeanty, explosive, top running back prospect. Where is he going to land, really just go watch tape on him. There's nothing else to be said about him. He's really saying, like, I think he quoted something, I'm going to butcher the quote, but something along the line of like, NFL is about tackling. You're going to want to draft a running back that doesn't get tackled. Okay, maybe I butchered the quote, but you guys get the idea. Where is he going to land? He is literally the best prospect out of this draft. Explosive, great vision, breakaway speed, 4.4, type speed. Great. 2,600 yards, 374 attempts, just 29 touchdowns. Great hands. I mean, there's not much more I could say other than this guy is really, really good player. He's a really good player. Now, there is teams, like I said, Denver wanting to move up. Bears at 10 would be interesting. Again, with that offensive coordinator coach, it could be interesting. I don't know, man. I would hate it if he landed on the Jets. They got an early top 10 pick. I definitely see him going to the Raiders just simply because the teams above him are looking at quarterbacks. Now, unless the Denver Broncos move up ahead of the Raiders, I don't see any reason why the Raiders wouldn't be not only the ideal landing spot because there's no committee there, but the actual team that picks him up. So it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see where he lands. I would hate to see him land, let's say, on the Jets because we've already talked about the head coach wanting to push a committee there. Having him trapped in there with a guy like Breece Hall would be an absolute disaster unless they release Breece Hall. But again, you're still looking at a committee. Wherever Jeanty lands, he commands the 3-down workhorse role and demands the volume that a guy like Saquon gets. If the team is smart, they will utilize him like the Eagles did Saquon to win a championship because that is how you win championships off the back of an amazing explosive running back because every time they touch the ball, they are prone to just bring out amazing plays and amazing scoring opportunities. So Jeanty, Raiders, I think that's a good spot. Again, we don't want to see him in a committee. He's got to get that workhorse capability, and he's got to get the work, okay? So let me know what you guys think. It's going to be an exciting draft. It's around the corner. Make sure you guys turn the bell. I'll keep you guys in the loop as to what happens and also, the value of these guys as soon as we find their landing spot, okay? Secure 60 rounds. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. I know you guys want to talk running backs. I know you want to talk prospects and landing spots, the NFL draft. This was the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and got something out of it. Hit the thumbs up. We'll talk in the next video. Have yourself a great day. Bye.